All right, welcome to the Bricks family. We're going to review a couple books here for you, and the first one we're going to start with today is the Lego animation book from No Starch Press. The subtitle is Make Your Own Lego Movies from David Pagano and David Pickett, the Davids. So we want to thank No Starch Press for sending these along for us to review. We are going to share with you our honest thoughts about them. And this one in particular is about animation.
Yeah,
So-
we do animation a lot, so I really like this book. It's really great.
Yeah, so you found some useful tips and stuff in it.
And even if you're not doing like Legos, like I would definitely recommend it for other stuff like action figures and anything really, like animation in general.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's the first thing we'd have to say about this. This is a good general animation book for families.
Sure.
So here's a quick look at the index. There's an introduction, there's a basics, so it kind of introduces you to what you'll need to get set it up. Animating the minifigure will give you tips about like each of these body language, walking, facial animation. We'll flip through it as well. Then there's basic animation principles, building for brick film. So this is like sets and that sort of thing for movement, modular sets, that sort of thing. Working in different scales, tools of the trade. So this is cameras, tripods, computers, that sort of thing. We'll flip through there as well. And then the creative process. So this is planning, and which is a big part of making animation and film. And then cinematography and production. Then you have post-production and what you're going to do with sound, editing, that sort of thing. And then conclusion, acknowledgements, and an index at the end. So here's a look at the introduction, a little bit about the authors here. And then it just gets right into the basics. So we'll just kind of flip through. This is kind of fun. The kids saw this little setup here, and they did something similar, which is great. Like,
Yeah, it's
Not-
really awesome.
yeah, not everyone can buy expensive gear, which is totally understandable. And so it's nice is it kind of gives you a bare bones approach. You can use desk lamps, which is actually what we're using right now to film these videos.
Yeah.
You do the best you can with the resources you have, and it's great to see this book encouraging that. So we'll flip through. You can kind of see there's some tips on animating, lighting, adjusting settings. Here's animating the minifigure, some tips and stuff. So it's really fun. Lots of details. Articulation, complex gestures. There's a basic walk cycle. Was there anything in here? Well, I'm just going to keep plowing ahead. Was there anything you wanted to mention that you saw in here?
Definitely the camera stand. We've done that before, and it's really awesome. I really like the tips on like moving the minifigures, and because sometimes like I don't know, you like kind of need ideas. So I really like this book.
You felt like it kind of gave you some suggestions and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
So,
sure. It's really awesome.
yeah, so there's some step-by-step here. And what's great is, too, like, they're giving you some specific examples of how things work out. But hopefully the idea is when you're using basics like this is animation principles that you can apply kind of across the board. And so hopefully you take these ideas and apply them to your own ideas and your stories and your films.
For sure.
So you can kind of like read between the specifics and really kind of take it and make it your own, which is great. So lots of great basic stuff in here, which is awesome. Silhouette, blocking. This is all basics animation stuff, which is great that it's covered here. So like Sydney mentioned at the beginning, this is kind of great animation book that's based in Lego. So you can kind of take it beyond that if you want, which is good. So this talks about building sets and suggestions about where to place things and that sort of things. Lots of really good, fun ideas in here.
Yeah.
Building your characters.
Lots of creative ideas.
Totally. So there's building for special effects, what the camera sees and what it doesn't. So this is kind of introducing like just filmmaking concepts in general. Scale. He has some instructions in here to build like these specific puppets that they use. So I'm going to skip ahead. So that's this guy. This sort of large scale guy that they have.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, tools of the trade. So this is where I wish it was a little more broad in what they're recommending, because I feel like it's great that they're making some specific suggestions in here, but this is going to get outdated very quickly. I feel
Yeah.
like technology is moving so fast that I wish they would have kept the recommendations broad. Yeah, so some of it is, they're kind of talking broadly, which is fine, but I think in specific when they kind of get into the software and stuff,
Yeah.
it's a hard, don't get me wrong, it's a hard line to walk in terms of like kind of giving people a good jumping off point, but I mean, they're making specific software recommendations and stuff, and like that, these things can go away any day, and so I wish they could, or maybe like reference a website that they can keep updated because, you know, like I said, technology moves ahead, but it is what it is, and it's helpful if you have absolutely no window into animation software, you're
Yeah.
unaware, like it's a good starting point,
For sure.
even if the software maybe is a little old by the time you're reading it.
Yeah, totally.
So here's a little bit about planning. Let's just kind of jump through here. Storyboarding, shot list, and then it gets into you know, frame rate, aspect ratio, lots and lots of details here for those that are looking for it. And it's a type of book that you can kind of pick up and jump to what you need, or you could read through the whole thing, and you're going to find lots of details that are going to help improve your films and improve the quality of your productions. So I think here's the post-production specific chapter. So you got sound, editing, yep, transition. So there's like we said, there's a lot here. Sharing your film. I imagine most people are going to use this, at least at the time this video is first published, is probably going to be making YouTube videos and that sort of thing, because that's really popular right now.
Yeah.
And then here's the index. So I would say, all in all, a great book about animation.
Yes.
Great book about Lego animation. I would say recommended, you think?
Definitely.
Highly recommended from the Bricks family. So thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, like and subscribe.
Yes.
That's really helpful to us. And we want to thank No Starch Press again for providing us with a review copy. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.